Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices. Plus, extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with points. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Involve risk.
And now, live from the TCL broadcast studios, it's Patrick Royce with Sports Talk.
We're going to break into Sports Talk has got a live press conference at I believe, the University of Minnesota. And they're playing the Rouser right now. We are awaiting the commencement of the press conference. And so we'll just kind of monitor until we find out exactly who, what, when, where, and why. Meanwhile, you've got the Friday afternoon version of Weekday Sports Talk with Reavers, Royce, and me, the Rook.
And I'm here with the door open. Do we know what TV station it's on so I can see when she starts talking?
We were trying to find that out as well. We've got the audio feed, but do not have a video feed right now.
Okay.
So we're still awaiting that.
All righty.
But they are cheering in the background.
It's not on the golf station.
I don't think anybody's
thank
carrying
everybody
it,
for
Patrick.
being here today. We're going to introduce Lindsay Whalen as the 12th head coach in the history of our women's basketball program. Super exciting day for everyone in the department, I'm sure for all of you. Just a couple of notes before we get started, so I'll kick us off. I'll introduce Mark Coyle.
I'm not identifying myself if I asked a question, so go
Then Lindsay will come up here. I know
jackass.
she has a few brief remarks, and then we'll take questions. We do have
That's
a
what
mic
you say?
runner for the
You should
media
know me or not know me.
Ryan Tibbetts right
If you
there.
ask
So raise
me
your
to
hand.
identify
He'll bring you the
myself,
mic.
it's 100%
And if you wouldn't mind
I'm not going
identifying yourself by your name and your knowledge.
Yeah,
before you
see?
ask your
I
question,
am
we'd appreciate
your
that.
ma.
I know you may have some questions for Mark
Yeah,
as well.
right.
About 5 minutes after Lindsay's done here, we'll bring Mark right out to this area, and he'll answer all your questions as well. So with that, I want to bring up Athletics Director Mark Coyle.
All right, let's hear it. Here's Lindsay Whalen, new coach of the Gopher women's basketball team.
All right, good afternoon, and thank you for being here. We really appreciate you taking time and your support of our women's basketball program and our program. You know, first, I want to go through a series of thank yous. I want to thank our women's basketball team earlier this week. Julie and I had a chance to meet with them, and it was great to spend time with them, and I am so grateful for how they handled everything during the quick coaching search. I want to recognize them. I want to thank President Kaler and our Board of Regents. We have phenomenal support from our board and from our president.
Happy how they
we have these attractive opportunities because we have great support,
search.
so I'm thankful for them. I want to thank our search committee. We had several people that interviewed our candidates. I'd like to run through them. I'd like to thank Julie Manning, our Executive Associate Athletics Director, Dr. Emily Hoover, our Faculty Athletics Representative, John Cunningham, our Deputy Athletics Director, Leah B. Olson, who's a former player, did a phenomenal job. We really appreciate Leah's involvement. We had Jenny Yalen, Assistant Athletics Director, Rhonda McFarland, our Deputy Athletics Director, and we had Perry Leo, our Faculty Athletics Director, too, who all helped with this search. So I'm thankful for their time and commitment during this week. Finally, I do this every time I talk. I want to thank our staff in the department. I work with 300 great people who care a great deal about this place. Setting these things up quickly is not easy. They work long hours, and I'm thankful for their hard work and support, and I hope they know how much I appreciate that. You know, you would think as an English major I'd be able to explain it, but I can't. She has the it factor. And you all know what I'm talking about. When you're around her, you spend time with her, She exudes confidence. She's a champion in everything she does. She is phenomenal at relationships. And I can tell you, when I had a chance to reach out to some of the top coaches in the game of basketball, they all had the same thing to say about her: a champion. And I'm absolutely convinced that she's going to do a phenomenal job with our team. She's going to transform not only our women's basketball program, but our department. So please give a big welcome to our new head women's basketball coach, Lindsay Whalen. I know, I will. And we have to look to the right. See Eric back there? All right, you got it. We're going to wait till he gives us a thumb. All right, we're good. All right, thanks, buddy. Yeah. I'll take that one.
Okay, you take the I was trying to hang on to the jersey. Yeah. Wow. This is cool. It's fun to be standing up at a podium on center court at Williams Arena again. This is really cool. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Lindsay Whalen, next head coach of the Golden Gophers. That has I'm still getting used to the ring. It's a very nice ring. It's a very nice ring. Still getting used to how it sounds. But yeah, thanks for coming here on this beautiful spring day that we're having today. The weather's cooperated perfectly for us, so this is really good. It's also Friday the 13th, so I feel good. I feel good that we're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2, Friday the 13th, snowstorm in April. Here we are. Let's go. This is a tremendous honor. I'm so, privileged and just to be here in front of you guys today, and I can't say what a privilege it is to be here back at the University of Minnesota, coaching these young women. It's going to be the thrill of my lifetime to be able to do this. I always figured at some point in my life this might happen, and it's happening now. So I'm very honored and just excited to take on this opportunity and this challenge. And I want to thank President Kaler, our awesome athletic director, Mark Coyle, Executive Associate Director and Senior Women's Advisor, Julie Manning. Have been awesome this last week, and you guys have been tremendous for me. So it's been really great. I want to thank the team for the warm welcome yesterday. It was a lot of fun there, getting to know you guys. Kind of the first impression and everything was really great. So that'll be fun. Getting to know you guys and getting to know what we can all do together. So it should be great. When I decided to take this job, my main thing is I want to have this university and what we were able to do, going to the Final Four, filling this place, 14,000 people. That experience changed my life, and I wouldn't be standing here today without those opportunities and without those experiences. There's no way. So the university changed my life. I want them to have that same experience. I want the women on the team to have that same feeling of riding out to this building, 14,000 people screaming and chanting, and then going to a Final Four. I mean, winning. That's what it's all about, and it's all about just having fun and doing it together. So that'll be my main objective, my main goal is to make sure it's always fun. That's what we do with the Lynx. So it's it's Moan. So yeah, it should be great. I've played for some of the best coaches in women's basketball: Pam Borton, Cheryl Reeve, Mike Tebow, Gino Ariema. So I've learned so much from them throughout the years that I can't wait to use those experiences and use those different things that you guys have taught me throughout the years to be able to really implement that to the team, and it should be a great ride. So it should be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, thank you. I needed water anyway, so that was a good timing. I thank you. Yes, this is good. Questions? Yeah.
John Krasinski from The Athletic. Lindsay, you said that you kind of thought at some point you would be up here. Did you think it would happen this quickly, and how prepared do you feel for this job right now?
I feel prepared thanks to the Hall of Fame coaches I've been playing for my whole career, and so they've taught me so much about what it is to lead and to lead a group of women to championship levels. And so, yeah, you never know. Timing is such a crazy thing. You never know. I didn't think it would be when I'm still playing in the WNBA, but what an opportunity that is, and I'm excited about all the challenges and all the opportunities that lie ahead. Randball, how you doing? You good? Your mic's not quite as echoey as mine.
That's okay. Hey.
There you go, Randball. All right, Randball speaking. How you doing?
I'm just curious, what was the timeline for all of this coming together? Because I think it caught some of us by surprise, and I guess a second part of that was, do you have a timetable for how long you want to keep playing for the Lynx?
I think that's something that we'll I feel like all of us in here are on the same team, we're on the same page, so we'll just continue to talk after every season, and after this season we'll just talk about where we're at and how I'm feeling and how we're doing. So we'll just take it this season, and then we'll see.
Lindsay, hey, Chip Scoggins from Star Tribune. What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge for you as you kind of transition to this new career?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's challenges and everything. There's a day-to-day. There's just figuring out and identifying those things, and I look forward to really meeting those head on. And I think just getting some really experienced staff here is going to be great, and just to help me along with like the day-to-day. I mean, I've seen how the best coaches do it, but then to actually do it myself will be a really fun challenge. And so we'll get people in here that have done all those things before, and then we'll just get going and see how things go. I think this summer it's going to be a great summer for us, and so I think that's going to be something that's a real strength and real tool leading into the winter, is because we're going for something that we haven't done from the Lynx is repeating, and so we have that out there as our goal. So it's going to be a fun summer, and I think that balancing those things will obviously be my job, but it's going to be a lot of fun too, and I think that's going to bring a lot of positivity.
Hey, Lindsay, what's your feel for the program that you are inheriting, and coming off the tournament, the talent that you have here and that you can work with, and how good of a feel do you have for what they're going to be able to do and how they fit what you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, they were so fun to watch last year. As an alum and a fan, I really loved that win in the NCAA tournament, and just getting there the way they played the Big Ten tournament was a lot of fun. So, yeah, we'll get together and we'll see what we need to do to continue to get better and continue to have successful seasons. So I'm excited, though. The team, they have tremendous players, so it should be fun to get to coach them and get to now from a different side be able to help them and be a part of the team. So yeah, I'll be calling the pick and roll plays and not running them. So that'll be different, but it'll still be a lot of the same things that I've done as a player. So now it'll just be from a different role, which will be fun and exciting and challenging. So it should be good.
Marcus Fuller, Star Tribune. Lindsay, can you talk about the recruiting aspect? And obviously, it's been a few years since Minnesota or the Gophers have been able to get a high school player from Minnesota to sign with the program, and how your presence is going to help that.
There's obviously a ton of great players in the state, and we're going to do our best to make sure those players are wanting to stay home. And so it should be it'll be a fun and good challenge.
Lindsay, what are you looking for in building your staff? Because I imagine that's pretty important here, initially just getting started.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be huge. Is just getting the staff created, and that'll be something that we're already starting to do. So that's going to be hugely important. Oh, thank you. All right.
All right, Lindsay Whalen talking Where did they hold that thing? At Williams, at the bar.
It was at center court.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't have the tubby cheers like we did last time.
That would have been mean if they had said that to Lindsay.
There's PJ. PJ was
Lindsay.
there.
Oh, of course.
Just so you know, he's flecking out.
Of course he was. And by the way, I was very proud that the Gophers, who were outscored 70-0 in their last 2 games, in their previous 2 games, they won last night.
Oh.
They beat the Gophers 24-21.
How do you win
a very inspiring comeback against the Gophers? It was fantastic. Yes. So Lindsay Whalen is the new Gopher basketball coach. We haven't gotten a good timeline on this of how quickly this thing came together and whether any other candidates were interviewed. But Lindsay, who is not, she's used to being candid, okay? When you talk to her, she's not very evasive. So it made it sound like they came to her and asked her if she wanted the job, right? When they came to me and said, I said, okay, I'll take the job. Isn't that what it sounded like to you? That it was they had to talk her into it more than she had to talk them into it?
Like she kind of had to go, well, wait, hang on a minute here now, and then
the other thing I picked up on was it doesn't sound like this is going to be her last year playing for the Lynx.
She has, I think she signed a 3-year contract before 2 years ago. It might. I know she's got at least 1 year left on her contract, but I bet she just didn't want to say that right now. Well, I bet she wants.
But the way she made it sound is the gal that I forget her name, but the one that's coaching
Dawn
NC
Staley.
State. Dawn.
I think Dawn Staley was younger than her though.
Oh,
might have been. What is Lindsay now? She's a senior in 2004, so she had to be 21, 22. So she's 36, right?
Yeah,
36. So I would guess this is it, but. What I would have liked to announce is...
Yeah, she'll be 36 May 9th, Pat, correct.
What I would like to announce is I'd like to send out a direct message to Schuster. Schuster, your time is over. From now on, when somebody wants a ceremonial first pitch or a ceremonial state of hockey, let's play hockey, any of those things, it's Whalen time. Schuster time is over.
It's only Whalen
Wouldn't you
time.
agree? It's Whalen time.
But that was a heck of a run for the Schuster crew.
The Schuster. He squeezed in a lot of appearances in 2 months, man. He squeezed in a lot of appearances. I was very impressed with Schuster. But
including
it's
almost
time.
Killing each other throwing out the first pitch.
It's Whalen in time. She is more of a low-key, kind of funny personality, but you have to hang in there for the humor when you talk to her. But a little more of an edge to her.
When she was calling out Randball, hey Randball, what's up?
Well, my favorite all time with Lindsay, when I decided I loved her, was when Oldfield leaves. She was Brenda Oldfield then, and Brenda Freeze. She came in here for 1 year, right?
Yep.
And everybody was saying, oh, she turned the program around. Everybody was doing these platitudes to Brenda, what she'd meant to the program.
We hardly knew you.
Lindsay basically said, it was us. It wasn't her. We won the games. We won the game. She came in and took advantage of us to get a better job. I mean, it wasn't quite that frontal, but it was close.
Right.
I'd have to go look up the quotes.
That's what we say about Souchere.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's what we said 6-7 years ago. Now we blame him.
Yeah, now we blame him. You're right. He's holding us back.
That's right. We'd be kicking ours if it wasn't for him. All right, let's see what Wall Street's up to.
We will be back. Sports Talk Friday version will be back. And Bruce Vail took the day off, so we've got Mr. Frank Miller with the Your Money Now report, and he is a raring to go. Frank.
Well, stocks skidding heading into the weekend. The Dow down triple digits. The S&P and NASDAQ taking a hit as well. J.P. Morgan and Boeing shares largely responsible for the market's decline today. This even despite the bank reporting better than expected results. Meanwhile, shares of Boeing were hit by reports that Russia may be targeting titanium exports in response to U.S. sanctions. In economic news today, looks like consumer sentiment is down from a 14-year high that was reported in March. The April figures came in a little less than expected. The index reading came in at 97.8. Economists were expecting 100.5. In March, the reading was 101.4. And it looks like Netflix and Comcast are teaming up, both companies announcing today that Netflix will be bundled with certain Comcast subscription packages beginning this month. You'll still have to pay for Netflix, but you'll have the convenience of having both services bundled into one bill. Isn't that convenient? I'm Frank Miller with Your Money Now, 1500 ESPN. Here's Kenny Soulman Olson.
All right, watch the clock for me, Matthew, and we thank you, Frank. Have a good weekend. We're going to check traffic here, and it's already interesting. This one's sponsored by Bubba Burger. Westbound 94, dogging those brakes between Riverside and 394, so it's a 15-minute ride between the downtowns. Eastbound between, a little quicker at 11. The fresh lane configuration, northbound 35W at 26th Street, that means traffic is slowing at Lake Street. Northbound W, it'll rejam for you as you near County E2 up in New Brighton. If you're southbound on 35W out of downtown Minneapolis, you'll ride the brakes down to around 38th. I'm braking now, Matthew. How's that clock look?
You got about 15 seconds.
Bubba Burger is America's favorite burger. Watch the Bubba Burger Sports Car Grand Prix televised live on the Fox Network. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, April 14th. And find Bubba Burger in your local grocers, freezer,
Lines.com.
Yet from the Twins, huh? Do they think they have a window to play tonight? What's going on?
They have now postponed the game.
Okay, all right. They finally postponed it.
And, until when?
They have not rescheduled
June or July. We had St. Pete on yesterday. It's they got a day. They'll probably play a little twine-nighter on that one-off day there, right?
Do they have any games scheduled over the weekend?
Oh yes, they're not going to play either of those.
Oh boy.
I mean, if they get a foot of snow, it doesn't make any difference what the weather is Sunday. You can't get a foot of snow out of the ballpark, right?
Bring in the Packer fans.
Yeah,
ship them in from Milwaukee.
Here's John Haidt with our sports update.
Thank you, Patrick. Cloudy and 41 degrees. As we just said, Twins-White Sox game for tonight is postponed. The release from the Twins saying they will reschedule the game at a later date, but they do not have a date to announce at this point. And again, as we also just said, they're supposed to be here all weekend, the White Sox.
Okay, how much snow are we supposed to get, John? How many are we going to get? Half a foot?
6 to 11 inches.
Well, that's a big, wide range there, Johnny.
Well, there are other reports. Other reports saying 6 to 15. So it just depends. Kind of
depends on whose house you're at.
Yeah.
Boom. 15 would not. I would not approve of 15.
Well.
It might not be up to you. It'd be tough to move, wouldn't it? Or shuffle, excuse me.
We're 9, unless you were wondering. We're 9.
We really are.
You know, speaking of the weather,
I have to go out, shovel 2 shovels full, go in, sit down for 10 minutes, rest, and go back out and shovel 2 more shovelfuls.
I was just going to say, a friend of mine that works at the airport, Jera, she told me that Coach Dungy just flew into town and he's doing a speaking engagement and he's leaving tomorrow. And I said, good luck to him getting out of this weather.
Yeah.
It is supposed to hit 40 on Monday, though, so don't worry about shoveling, Pat.
Okay,
just leave it.
Just wait.
Just leave it there. What the heck? Game 2 of the Wild Jets playoff series tonight in Winnipeg. Jets lead the best of 7.
It's so sloppy, though, John. I can't leave it there.
How sloppy I know. I'm the same way.
I have to take care of it. It drives me crazy.
Plus, I got to get up the driveway too. I got the plow guy, but what if he doesn't get there?
Plus, it gives me a chance to feel superior to my neighbors because my stuff looks better than theirs. And then to further humiliate my neighbor, I like to cuckold my neighbor by shoveling his driveway that his wife always parks in. So I take care of that.
I got an idea
because he's incapable of it.
I got an idea. Let's call the wives, tell her we're all going out, get on a plane, go to the fort, hang out in a big naked pile in my condo. How's that sound?
You had me until naked pile.
After that, yeah.
That's when I started listening.
Just happy to have some pistachios and maybe a lemonade.
St. Cloud State University has their new hockey coach. He is Brett Larson.
Yes.
Brett, of course,
hired him from the national champion.
Yeah, from the national champion, the University of Minnesota at Duluth.
Did they even have their parade yet? Hey, see you guys later.
Larson will be the 3rd coach at St. Cloud State in the history of the university's NCAA Division I men's hockey program, and he'll be the 17th head coach since the program started intercollegiate play back in 1931. Of course, he replaces Bob Motzko, who will be coaching the Minnesota Gophers.
I know Jess kind of mentioned this yesterday, didn't he, Pat, that he was a possibility for the St. Cloud job?
I believe he did, yes.
Is this a lateral move, though, for him?
No, he was the assistant coach.
Oh, I thought you said he was the head coach.
Oh,
I
Scott
see.
Sandelin, former recent guest on the Ride with Racey show, but you must not have been listening.
Oh, well,
What?
I'm still imagining naked pile in
Scott
Fort Myers.
Sandelin. He was on with us, but that's okay.
He was too busy telling stories about himself.
Not Sandelin, Reavers.
Yeah.
I'm seeing on Twitter now that we're seeing hail around town.
I like hail.
I gotta look up.
Hail and thunder. Yeah.
I did a piece on cold weather baseball, and I talked to Jerry Haugen, who's been the St. John's baseball coach for 40 years, and he said they started a game one day, it was 31 degrees, and it was supposed to get to 40. Instead of going up, it went down, and he said in 10 minutes, they had rain, hail, and snow, driving snow in 10 minutes.
Well, they had some summer weather, severe weather down south.
Yes.
Down south, meaning Minnesota. New Ulm, as you like to say, Patrick, had some problems with hail today. So
What, tornadoes or what?
No,
What
just hail and 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Wow.
So that was earlier today. News notes from today. 3 people injured yesterday after a piece of equipment malfunctioned at a 3M plant in Hutchinson, according to Hutchinson Police Chief Daniel Hatton. Hatton said a piece of equipment at the facility exploded. No fire involved. A 3M spokesperson said the malfunction occurred while the equipment was cooling down. One person, according to Hatton, did suffer serious injuries. The other 2 suffered minor injuries, all 3 taken to Hutchinson Health Hospital. Russia's foreign minister claiming today that suspected chemical attack in the Syrian town of Doma last weekend was staged with the help of an
They gassed themselves to make make Assad look bad. Huh?
Well, yeah, because they've got footage of the young Syrians trying to try out for the part to see how they can. Let me see you get your eyes washed out. Yeah, you're in. You're making it look real.
Did they at all use the term fake news?
Well, they may as well have. Moscow said they have irrefutable information. It was another fabrication. Mm-hmm. So that would tell me fake news. Lavrov did not offer evidence to back up his claim. Other Russian officials, both from Moscow and speaking at the United Nations, alleged quickly after Saturday's suspected attack the images of the victims were fake.
Hey, Kenny.
Yeah.
Your gal, Sarah, was really owly today.
Oh, man. She was
grumpier than hell.
Why is she Kenny's gal?
Oh, I love that.
Kenny would run away with her.
She scares that living bleep right out of me.
A whip, man. She was unbelievable today. Man, maybe it's the whole Friday the 13th deal that had her grumpy.
I've gone to my DVR and I've actually entered her name in so my DVR will just record her whenever. But it doesn't work.
Damn, that was as grumpy as I've seen her today. She was.
I think when she has her book tour and comes through town, I think she's going to have a little stalker. I think he's going to go to every Once Upon a Crime, B. Dalton, or whatever else is left.
To take her frustrations out somehow.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm a rotten person. She should probably discipline me. Those
Kenny will say to her, I need to be straightened out, okay?
Those angry eyebrows. It's like, oh my God, I cannot stop looking at them.
Steam was coming out.
You can tell she just hates everybody in the room, and that just turns me on.
She doesn't even like the Fox News guys who are kissing Trump's ass every day.
No, she's like me. If you like her, that makes her even more angry.
I think she'd look at Kenny and just say, I dare you to ask me a really dumb question. I dare you.
Today, 3 times today was great. Patrick, did you watch the whole thing? 3 times she said to reporters, can you speak up a little bit, please? Just like that. And you can tell right away the reporter was like,
And John, she heard every word they said.
She's just controlling. To make
she reminds me of Laura Liberman, my old English teacher, man. She could command respect if she wanted to.
I've tried to tell my liberal friends how much I love her, and they just get angry because of her political nonsense. And I'm telling politics have nothing to do with this. This doesn't have anything to do with politics.
So, Kenny, like you, then, do you think she blocks people on Twitter that compliment her?
I think so. I think she just gets up in the morning just like I do and sits down, and the first thing in the morning you just start blocking people. Yeah. I really love what you block.
The landmark sketch comedy show SCTV is making a bit of a comeback on Netflix. The streaming giant announced today
is that funny?
It has tapped Martin Scorsese to direct an upcoming special exploring the Canadian series' legacy. An Afternoon with SCTV also will air, moderated by late-night host Jimmy Kimmel next month. Everybody will be there. Joe Flaherty, Eugene Levy, Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara, Martin Short, Dave Thomas. The reunion will take place on May 13th in Toronto's historic Elgin Theatre, and selections from the event will be used in the upcoming Scorsese-helmed Netflix comedy special. The classic series, sometimes known as Second City Television, an offshoot of Toronto's Second City comedy troupe, aired in Canada for 6 years and launched the careers of a lot of comedians, including Harold Ramis and the late John
Favorite
Candy.
character? I think maybe Count Floyd.
Count Floyd is stagehands flying all over the stage. Some guy was replacing a light bulb and they went live. It's like, stagehands are flying all over the stage.
Man, there was so many great.
But you can't beat I'm not a strong swimmer.
That was Martin, on SNL, though.
Oh, was that SNL?
Okay. Remember the Dave Thomas and Andrea Martin one where he'd wear the cowboy hat and he'd be playing the organ and he'd be advertising to come on down. Come on down and see what we got. Andrea Martin, and he'd be playing the organ and jumping around.
SCTV was hilarious. And Candy as the guy in the wheelchair, the Joe Caballero guy. Oh, my God.
The winner of last month's $533 million Mega Millions jackpot has now come forward. We know who he is. He's Richard Wall. He was introduced today during a news conference at lottery headquarters in New Jersey.
98-year-old.
Nope, 47-year-old production manager at a northern New Jersey food services facility took the cash option, which gave him $220.7 million.
Production manager at a food operation. Okay, so he's a foreman, basically?
Yes, yep. He bought the soul-winning ticket for the March 30th drawing at a Luke oil station. He says he's not a regular player. He's only purchased tickets a few times. He says, yes, he will retire, and he says he wants to rebuild a 1963 Corvette.
Or have somebody else do it for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a game started by former twin Annabelle Sanchez, the Braves lead the Cubs 4-0 in the seventh inning.
Any report of your lotto winner leaving anything more than just a resignation letter on the boss's desk?
Nothing.
No,
and did he promise to listen every day?
I'll listen.
We'll be back.
Hi, this is Chris Howard, host of Plugged In with Chris Howard. It's crazy to think that a few weeks ago we were talking about whether or not Tua Tagovailoa should consider retiring. After 2 concussions and worldwide debates on player safety and NFL culpability, Tua has done nothing but go back to work and currently has the Dolphins riding a 3-game win streak and 1 loss behind the division favorite Buffalo Bills. While everyone was yapping about the end of his career, Tua Tagovailoa said he'll decide when it's time. And clearly, he's not ready to hang up the cleats. Hi, this is Chris Howard from the Plugged In with Chris Howard podcast. BetOnline.net is your number one source for betting football and the start of the new basketball season. Find all the latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, and in-depth analysis on every game. BetOnline remains your continued source for all your sports wagering information with live betting, up-to-the-minute scores for the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite games and events, including the MLB playoffs, the start of the NHL season, MMA, boxing, and golf. And if you love sports podcasts, you can find those at BetOnline as well. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more. BetOnline, where the game starts.